Hi, I'm Kelly. Welcome to class. Today you need a small ball or a small but firm cushion and a resistance tube. Now check your resistance tube by running your fingers along it like this to see if there's any nicks or wearing. Once you've done that, place it on the floor out of the way. We are going to work today on lower body and core. Lower body and core. And then a lot of mobility and flexibility. Let's get warmed up. Stand in the center of your space. Oh, you also need a mat, so lay your mat out now. Now, stand in the center of your space with your feet a little wider than your shoulders and your toes pointing straight ahead. Lengthen through your spine. Let your shoulders sit down and back. Lengthen out through the top of your head and brace your core. Take your right hand, reach up. Press the hips forward, open the front of the body, arm to the side, hinge at the hips, knees are soft. Left hand up, inhale. Exhale, fold forward, knees are soft. Do that again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward at the hips, keep your knees soft. One more time, inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge forward at the hips. Now lift up, squat down and up. We're going to be doing some squats today, so I want to do some squats in the warm-up to get your legs ready for our lower body training. 2 more. Now reach up, alternating reaches, up. Tap the toe and shift your weight side to side. Palm of the hand faces in, thumb back. 4 more. Now reach across. Thumb up, shoulders down. Swivel the foot by releasing the heel. Keep both knees soft. Pull back through your opposite elbow. 4, 3, 2. Now reach up, alternating reaches. 4, 3, 2. Reach across for 4. 4, 3, reach up. Just heating up the body. And across, 4, 3, 2. One more set. Up and across, 4, 3, 2. Now reach for your knees. Shift your weight side to side. Just a little weight shift. Hinge forward at the hips. Brace your core. One hand comes down to the inside of your knee. Other hand comes to the hips. Pull your elbow back as you pull the hand back towards your hip. 4, 3, 2, hold to the right. Now sit down. Sitting back, feel a stretch in the left inner thigh. Rotate round and press your heel to the floor. Feeling a stretch in the calf. Lift up, lift the body upright. Lifting the heel, bend the knee. Now press the heel and bend the knee. Press the heel and bend the knee. 2 more. Press and bend. 1 more. Press and bend. Now open to the front, stretching through your groin. Press your knees back. Sink down and open the groin. Now lift up, toes forward. Rotate to the other side and press your heel down. Lift the heel, lift the body upright, bend down and open the front of the hip. Bend your elbows. Now press the heel and bend the knees. Press the heel and bend the knees. 2 more times. Press and bend. Press and bend. Now hold it here. Open to the front. Keep your right leg straight. Sink down. Let's stretch out the right inner thigh. Let's get the other side. Come to the center, hands on the thighs, turn the toes out, turn the knees out, squat down in a sumo squat. Now drop your right shoulder down, look over your left. Other side, press the knee back, stretching the groin and mobilizing your upper back. Come to the center, both knees open. Toes come straight ahead, lift up and roll your shoulders. Take a big deep breath in, both hands up. Exhale and come down. Now let's start our moves by picking up your tubing. We'll do each move for a full 55 seconds, almost a minute. We've got 2 sets of 3 moves, starting with the rear lunge. Now you can do this on the floor or standing on your mat. Pull the tubing up to your hips, or for more challenge, pull up to your shoulders. Have your feet hip distance apart, chest up. Lunge your left leg back and step in. There it is, rear lunge. Keep your feet hip distance apart. It makes it easier to balance as we strengthen your right leg. Keep a proud chest. Shoulders drop down away from your ears. Step back onto the ball of your foot. So step back onto the ball of your left foot, not the whole of the foot. Bend your left knee down. That gives you a good range of motion. Always working in the biggest range of motion you can manage today. Keep a proud chest. Sink down and lift up. Right leg is working hard. Let's do one more. Rest your arms a moment. Roll your shoulders back. Now pull up to your hips or again to your shoulders for more challenge. Sumo squat. Step your left leg diagonally back. Sink down and step in. Sitting back. So don't turn completely sideways. Just face the corner of the room. Sit back. So it's a sumo squat and a step in. Keep your knees lined up with your toes, so press the knees back, because as you step out, your toes are turned out. So you want to press the knees back to align the knees with the toes. Sit back and come up. Move in the deepest range of motion that you can manage today, whatever that is. Maybe it's deeper than me, maybe it's not. Just find what works for you. 2 more. 1 more. Bring your hands down. Now stand on your tube with both feet. Cross the handles over. Pull up to your hips. Soften your knees and sit back slightly. Keep your chest up. Now shift your weight side to side. I call these penguins. You can see why. Kind of looks like a little penguin walking. Press back, diagonally back, and to the side. So to the side and back. You're going to feel a contraction in the side of your hip. This works both sides of the hips. You'll be feeling it here. Keep a proud chest. Shoulders are down and back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down. Let's do the other side. Anchor underneath your left foot evenly. Pull up to the hips, or for more challenge, pull up to the shoulders. Rear lunge. Lunge your right leg back onto the ball of your foot and step forward. So make sure as you step back, you step straight back from hip distance. That keeps the space and widens your base of support. Your base of support is the width of your standing. So if you're standing on one leg, you have a very narrow base of support. If you've got 2 feet wide, you have a wide base of support. And if you have 2 feet narrow like this, it's reasonably narrow. Sink down and step back onto the ball of your foot, not your whole foot. Bend your right knee. 2 more. One more. Sumo squat. Bring your hands down, give your shoulders a rest. Now you can pull up to the hips, or for more challenge, pull up to your shoulders. Let's do that sumo squat. Step diagonally back and step in. So we have these 6 moves for legs, then we've got 6 moves on the floor for core, and then we're going to stretch. I got a delicious stretch coming up for you. I love to stretch. Mobility work is so important. Sit back and lift up. Knees line up with your toes, glance down, press your knees back to line them up with your toes. Keep your core braced strongly. One more. Very good. Bring your hands down, stand on your tubing evenly with both feet, getting ready for a penguin. Cross the handles over. Pull up to your hips, soften your knees, lift your chest. Slightly squat as you bring the legs out to the side. And slightly back. I'll show you side on. See how I'm pressing back slightly, out and back. Nice proud chest. Keep your shoulders relaxed away from your ears. Hold the handle of your tubing firmly without squeezing on the grip. Press back. You'll feel a nice strong contraction in the side of your hip. Four, three, two, one. Uncross the handles, take the tube out from underneath your feet, put it down and take your ball. Come down onto your mat, bend onto one knee and come into all fours. We're starting with a plank. Come onto your forearms, walk your knees back, shift your shoulders forward, tuck your toes under. Now brace through your core, lift the back of your head up. Now straighten the legs and bend the knees, touch them lightly. Straighten the legs and touch the knees lightly. Now we will be using our tubing for some of the stretches, so hopefully you didn't put it away. I should have warned you there, my bad. Straighten the legs and bend the knees. You're almost there. Keep the back of your head lifted. Brace your core. One more. And come down. Come up onto your hands and knees. Spread your fingers and have your knees underneath your hips. Hands directly underneath your shoulders. Brace your core nice and tightly. Opposite arm and leg stretches out. Stretch and down. Other side. Stretch and come down. Reach. Inhale. Inhale as you reach. Exhale as you come down. Keep your core strongly braced. Hips square and level. One more. Good, now come down. Take a seat. Facing me, take your ball or your cushion, lean forward and wedge the ball directly at your sacrum, like a bunny's tail. Now lean back into the ball, bend your knees and hands on the shins. Lift your chest. Now scoop into the ball. Take your hands and reach forward. Keep your neck neutral, eyes forward. Slowly raise both hands so that your arms come up close to the sides of your ears. You might start to shake a little. The exercise is called earthquake. You can see why. Your back is supported on the ball. Your core is working really strongly. Bring your hands down. Hold here. Drop your shoulders. Lift your chest. Tighten your core. And bring your hands onto your knees and lift up. We're going to repeat that, but now we're going to add some rotation. So the rotation is pretty challenging. Keep breathing. Now lean into the ball, reach your hands forward, straight out from your shoulders. Take your right elbow and touch the floor behind you and bring it forward. Now take the left elbow, touch the floor behind you and reach forward. Right elbow and up. Left elbow, rotate. Just lightly tap the elbow to the floor behind you. It looks easier than it feels. It's actually pretty challenging. One more each side. Touch and lift. One more. Touch and lift. Come up. Take your ball with you. Roll onto your side, then roll onto your back. Bring your feet up off the floor like you're sitting in a chair. Place the ball in your right hand against the left knee. Bring your left hand up. Press the ball into your knee. Press your knee into the ball and keep your back basically flat. Take the arm and the leg and lower it and lift it. Now start with a small range of motion. Inhale and exhale. Press your hand into the ball and press your knee into the ball. Start small, and as you get a hang of it, or if you feel you want to make it a little bit more challenging, stretch the leg out further and bring it in. Once you've seen it, look straight up at the ceiling. Keep your core braced. There's no movement in the pelvis, no movement in the torso. Good. Come down for a moment. Let's do the other side. So come up like you're sitting in a chair. Bring the ball into your left hand. Place it on the inside of your right knee. Right hand up. Slowly reach out and in. Inhale. Inhale as you reach out. Exhale as you come in. Start in a small range of motion. Keep your head flat on the floor. To increase the challenge, reach further with your arm and leg if you want. It might be challenging enough for you with a small movement. You be the judge. Two more. Good. Put your feet down, roll onto your side, put the ball away, and grab your tubing. Now, first, hands to the side, lift your hips up, and open the front of your hips. You'll even feel a stretch in the front of your thighs. with this one. Really lift up nice and high. Lift a little higher, and then lift a little higher still. Really open the front of your hips. Point your tailbone towards the wall rather than towards the floor. So you're lengthening through your lower back, opening through the front of the hips. Now place the hips down. Take your tube, holding onto both ends, both handles. Now pick your foot up and place the tube over your foot. Now, straighten the leg and bring your hands down. Lower the leg down and lift it up. Down and lift up. Hold here. Now, draw that in. Keep the back of your knee nice and straight and straighten your other leg. Press up through your heel and press out through the heel that's on the ground. Good. Bend your knees. Cross the ankle above the knee. Hold the tubing in one hand, bring your other hand to the inside of the knee, press the knee away in a figure 4 stretch. And now lift up. Reach in between and take a hold of your shin or your hamstring, the back of your thigh, whichever you can reach most easily. Pull that in and breathe. Feeling a nice stretch deep in the hips where we worked with the tubing. Now, take the tube out from around your foot, place the tubing on the floor, place your foot on the floor, keep your ankle crossed over the knee, bring your hands out to the side in a T, palms of your hands face up. Slowly lower the leg across the center line of the body towards the floor, keeping both shoulders flat. Breathe into that stretch. You'll feel an opening through your chest, your shoulder, your hip, and through your spine. Lift up, uncross the legs. Now keep your arms where they are, slowly lower to one side. And lift up, lower to the other side. And lift up, and again, lower to the side. Keep your feet on the floor, and lift up. Keep both shoulders flat. Lower to the other side and lift up. Let's place the tube around your other foot now. Hold on to the tubing, the handles. Place it around your foot and tighten on the tubing. Bend your other leg. Now down and up with the leg. Down and up. Lower. And lift up. One more time, feeling the stretch down the back of your thigh. Hold that. Straighten your other leg. Flex both ankles, press out through your heels. Push out through the backs of both knees. Stretch up through your heel. Now bend both knees. Cross the ankle above the knee. Bring the tubing into one hand. Open the knee to the side. Reach in between and around, holding on to the hamstring or to the shin, and pull in. Deep stretch for the hip. Breathe into the stretch. Make sure you're breathing. Now, put your foot on the floor. Take the tube out from around your foot. Bring your hands out to the side in a T, palms face up. Slowly lower your foot towards the floor across the center line of the body. Keep both shoulders flat. Deep stretch for your chest, shoulder, spine, and hip. Now lift up, uncross the legs, bring both feet together, knees bent. Slowly lower side to side, down and up. Keep both shoulders flat as you slowly lift and lower side to side. Let's do one more each side. It feels so good. This is such an important stretch because it creates mobility in your spine and flexibility in your chest. Roll onto your side. Come up onto your forearm and bend the knee. Take a hold of your shin, ankle, or foot and pull back. Roll your shoulder back. Keep your chest open. Keep your knee close to the mat. Pull a foot gently in towards your bottom, and let's go to the other side. Swing around, take a hold of your shin, ankle, or foot. Keep your knee close to the mat, roll your shoulder back, press your hip forward, and feel that opening right out through the front of your thigh. And now, come onto your tummy and forearms. Squeeze your glutes, so squeeze your bottom muscles, feet flat, slightly like you're trying to lengthen through your tailbone, pointing your tailbone towards your heels. Point your tailbone towards your heels. Lift the chest and stretch out, extending your spine. Press your shoulders down. Come down, press back. Keep your hips high. Kneeling, walk your hands forward. Now sink down, letting your head hang heavy in between your arms. As you press your chest down, you'll feel a wonderful stretch right through your armpits, they are mid-back muscles, your lats, but they kind of towards your armpits. You'll feel that as you press down through your chest and lift up through your hips and come up. Now sit facing me. Bring the soles of your feet together. Hold on to your ankles and then walk your hips forward towards your heels. Now, holding onto your ankles, lift your chest and press down through your inner thighs. Seated butterfly stretch. Sit right up on your sit bones, lengthen your spine. Now take a hold of the front of your feet with one hand and bring your other hand to the inside of your knee. So left hand on the inside of your knee, both hands on the front of your foot. Press the knee down and lean to the right. Come up. Other side. Take a hold of the feet. Place your right hand on the inside of your knee. Press down and lean to the left. And release. Cross your ankles, either sitting with your ankles crossed or legs forward. Either is fine. I'm going to sit with my knees bent. Stretch your arms out to the side and tilt your right ear over to your right shoulder, stretching the left side of your neck. Other side, right side of the neck. Lift up. Rotate round, bring your hand onto the knee, lift up and look back. Other side, lift up, lengthen the spine like a corkscrew, rotate round. And come forward. Now come onto all fours and then lean back and bring one leg forward. We're going to stand up. Tuck your back toe under, bring your hand onto your knee, lift up. Now press up to a squatting position. Lift up tall, roll your shoulders back. Take a big deep breath in, reaching up. Hands come all the way up. Exhale, open the front of your body. Open the arms and roll your shoulders back. Step off your mat, rotate side to side, swivel your feet, release the heel. 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more time, take a big deep breath in, reaching up. Exhale. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you feel refreshed and energized. Mobility training always makes me feel like that, and I hope it's the same for you.